On November 11th, 2022, the Fruitland Police Department executed a search warrant. According to court documents, police executed a search warrant at the Wandra residence around 9:30 p.m. on Friday. Upon entering the home, they found Sarah Wander in the living room, where she was detained, and read the search warrant. As officers reviewed the document, which mentioned murder, Wander reportedly reacted by repeatedly asking, "Did you just say murder?" She then told police, "I have never murdered anyone," according to the affidavit from the Fruitland Police Department. Wander maintained her innocence, insisting, "I definitely did not kill that boy." She also claimed that the High Most God already told me who did it, reportedly adding, "Oh wow, wow, the Most High God just told me that Stacy was the one who killed him and buried him in the yard of the neighbor's house." When police asked her to point out where Michael Vaughan's body might be buried, Wanda described a spot near the entry of their residence and indicated that Stacy had buried the boy in the backyard by the shed. By the time of her arrest, police had already begun digging portions of the Wanderer's yard based on information they received from Stacy Wander, though he had not yet been arrested or charged by Monday afternoon. The details of when or why law enforcement had spoken to Stacy were not clarified. Sarah Wander allegedly told police that God had revealed to her that Stacy was the one responsible for Michael's death, and that she knew the body was buried in the neighbor's yard because "that's what Stacy just told me." She quickly corrected herself, claiming, instead, that it was God who had informed her. Despite these statements, Wanda reiterated that she had no involvement in Michael Vaughn's disappearance. She maintained that while her husband had buried Michael in their backyard, she did not believe he was the one who harmed the boy. She instead claimed that a man named Adrian was responsible for the boy's death, and that Adrian was too scared to come forward.
They questioned me in November of 2022, interrogated the fuck out of me.
How long did they interrogate you for?
I think they did it multiple days. It was like 3 days, but it was probably 2, 3, 4 hours at a time.
Wow.
I think the longest one went like 5 hours.
So was this over a period of one day or multiple days?
Multiple days.
Multiple days. Was this before or after the excavation? Or I would assume before, because that you're the one that tipped them off to get it all started, right?
Tina Morale, Brandon Shirtliff's mother, described how she welcomed law enforcement into her home when they came to investigate, and gave them food and water, prayed with them, and allowed them to run their dogs and people through my house and yard, she said. She added that during the search, police discovered a leaking toilet in her home, a finding she was thankful for. She also recounted an incident where a cadaver dog allegedly smelled the poop outside, near a vent and crawl space near her leaking toilet. Morale seemed to suggest this was a potential lead in the investigation. However, Mark Sullivan, the public relations director for Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue, a team heavily involved in the search for Michael, disputed this claim. Sullivan, who consulted with canine experts on his team, clarified that cadaver dogs are not trained to alert on human feces. He further explained that each dog has a specific response to the scents it is trained to detect, and that untrained individuals might not recognize when a dog has alerted its handler. "I've never heard of a canine dog being trained to find feces," Sullivan said in a text message. Morale responded to the search efforts, writing that law enforcement returned with 17 vehicles, dogs, and shovels to dig in the area where the dog had allegedly indicated. "They found nothing but my leaking toilet," she said. "We have cooperated fully since this all began. Our attorney will probably be calling a press conference for all this slander." When asked why Shirtless hasn't returned to Idaho, Morale stated that his attorney is handling the matter. She defended her son's character, saying, "I know my son's heart. He loves kids, animals, the elderly. He has such a tender heart. He always giving to all he has. He would give his last morsel of food, or his only shirt. He just always seems to choose the wrong type of people to be friends with." KTVB reached out to law enforcement for clarification on Morale's comments, but they declined to elaborate due to the ongoing nature of the investigation. KTVB also visited Morale's home in Kuna for further comment, but she did not answer the door. In a press conference held in December of 2022, police revealed they had conducted a warrantless search of a home in Kuna, but did not provide additional details. Law enforcement clarified that a warrant is not necessary if the homeowner voluntarily grants permission for the search.
Is the duct tape still going to be over his mouth?
They should be.
Okay.
I didn't want to take them off.
Okay.
So you should have everything intact as it was.
A TikTok conversation between Brandon Shirtliff and an anonymous person on January 14th, starting at 7:38 a.m. Brandon, who the fuck are you, and why you keep blasting me on the TikTok, mother ducker? Brandon, if I knew who you were, I might want to skip the tape and knock your fucking teeth in, pal. 100%. Anonymous person. Is that what you did to Michael? Hacking me won't work, by the way. I ain't as dumb as you. Why did you take Michael to your mom's house if you didn't want to be involved? Make that make sense. Anonymous person. I'd be happy to meet you in person at the location you and Sarah put Michael. Brandon, I'd be willing to snipe your head off your fucking body if you think I would ever do something like that, bitch. Who the fuck are you, bitch? And who you think you fucking with, bitch? Anonymous person. I'm a pretty good shot, too. Brandon, cool. We will talk first. Then we will bare knuckle box. Anonymous person. Cool. Where's Michael? Brandon. And if that don't work, maybe a duel with swords. Brandon, what you want to do? Anonymous person. You put him in Lake Lowell? Brandon. I don't know. You tell me, Mother Tucker. Anonymous person. Or under some concrete? It's fucker. Just for your information. Brandon. You want me to skip and just hit you with the 100-round clip? Anonymous person. Do it.
Brandon put him in the gas room, bound up, but then the next day they moved him back here.
Bound up in Tina Morale's guest bedroom? Question. Why continue to protect Brandon, such a mama's boy? We will uphold Brandy's pinky promise to her son. We will not give up until we find where Michael is. Michael Monkey Vaughan, taken, July 27th, 2021, Fruitland, Idaho. After a leaked video surfaced on YouTube showing Stacy Wander providing crucial information to law enforcement about the whereabouts of missing Michael Vaughan, a significant development occurred in the case. The video, which captured Wandra speaking with police, revealed that he directed officers to a specific area in the backyard of a property located just blocks away from the Vaughan family home in Fruitland, Idaho. In the footage, Wandra indicated that this area is the key location in the search for the young boy. Following the release of this video, a suspect came forward to the Fruitland Police Department. The individual's decisions to come forward add a fresh layer of intrigue to the investigation, potentially bringing law enforcement closer to uncovering the truth about Michael Vaughan's disappearance. Authorities are now actively pursuing leads and evaluating this new development in their ongoing effort to locate the missing child.
Temple Lucien, is this you? On the day of Michael Vaughan's disappearance, July 27, 2021. In Nampa, Idaho, 35 minutes. From Fruitland, Idaho. You flew up from California, correct? Why? You lived with the Wandras for months, correct? Both before, during and after Michael's abduction? Finally nice to get a visual on your appearance that day. Photo credit. Brandon Shirtliff. Oh but Brandon, you may want to revisit your explanation of that day though, because surveillance seems to have witnessed you and your girlfriend Sarah Wandra picking up Adrian from Applebee's, as pictured, shortly after 4:47 p.m. Leaves plenty of time to drive back to Fruitland before Michael Vaughan's abduction. If anyone's seen this, Adrian Lucien, with his friends Sarah Wandra, Stacy Wander and Brandon Shirtliff, and probably more, and have any information, please contact Fruitland Police Department. Tips can remain anonymous. Possible vehicle they were driving July 27th pictured as well.
Hey everybody, I'm here today. It is Friday, January 24th, 2025. Michael Joseph Vaughan was abducted on July 27th of 2021. It has been 1,277 days since Michael has not been home. For the police department, the FBI, many other agencies have diligently, tirelessly worked effortlessly to help find Michael and bring him home and get justice for Michael. There have been 4 named suspects in Michael's case. Stacy Wander, Sarah Wandra, Brandon Shirtliff, and Adrian Lucian. I went and spoke with the prosecuting attorney, Mike Duke's office this afternoon. I saw the complete file documents for the charges for those 4 suspects that will be brought to them. As hard as they were all to see them in words put tears on those papers. Justice is coming. As those papers are drawn, the police department are continuously and still working on leads and suspects that are speaking to law enforcement, as well as other persons of interest in Michael's case. They're doing a tremendous job, all of them, and they're working together. We stand with them. It was amazing to see, and as heartbreaking it is to see. Nobody's giving up. And those charges, they are coming. I saw them in black and white. Thank you, everybody that continues to support the law enforcement and our justice system, our Piatt County justice system. They're going to get justice for Michael. So, Sarah, Stacy, Brandon, Adrian, charges are coming. We know what you did. Tell us where Michael is. Because no matter what, justice will come. And we will find Michael. Monkey's Army will never give up. Thank you everyone again for your support. Continue and pray for answers. And please continue to support our law enforcement and the prosecuting attorney who will be trying these suspects in the abduction of our son, Michael Joseph Vaughan. Monkey. Monkey? Baby? I promised. We keep fighting every day. Pinky promise, my love. Be kind, everyone. I'll be in touch.
If you have any information in the disappearance of Michael Vaughan, please call the Fruitland Police Department at 208-452-3001, or you can also call the Piatt County Sheriff's Office at 208-642-6006. If for some reason you need to remain anonymous, You can contact Crime Stoppers at 208-343-COPS. That's 208-343-2677. A reward of nearly $53,000 is being offered for Michael's return.